Enjoy. A very good evening to you and welcome to Opinion 2017. This Thursday, 21st of December 2017. Well, it's a very packed show. We're going to be having a look at a myriad of issues. But before we even get into any of the issues that we want to discuss, something coming through just now. This is by Dr. Miguna. It's a tweet and I'll read. And it's also going to be coming on your screen. Exposing an assassination plot. A confidential Kenya police source has advised me that the IG Boynet and Japheth Obome have formed a team of 6 assassins to kill me on December 28th, 2017. Let the world know I'm not afraid of them. He's also tagged at the Director of Public Prosecutions Kenya, at NTV Kenya, at Citizen Kenya, at KTN News. That's by Dr. Miguna. We are going to be having a look at that. We're going to be revisiting that. And, well, we're going to be looking at the Kiambu County Assembly. The law that they passed that non-locals are not going to get any jobs, tenders or contracts. Raila Odinga's statement on his readiness to die if that is what is going to bring electoral justice. KCSE, there is a hue and cry about the huge number of students who have failed that exam. And Cyril Ramaphosa, finally the president of ANC and poised to become the next president of South Africa. And also we're going to be having a look at parliamentary committees where it is said that allies of Gideon Moi have been kicked out of parliamentary committees by allies of the deputy of William Ruto. Joining me in studio is none other than Honorable Kennedy Obuya. Karibu sana mheshimiwa. Pole sana, you have to be in hospital today.
Yes.
Pole sana, pole sana. We wish you quick recovery. Honorable Kennedy Obuya is a member of the Speaker's Panel and the House Business Committee and ICT and Transport Committees. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Now, before we touch on the Miguna issue, let's just have a look at Cyril Ramaphosa is what we say, but I'm ably informed that it's Cyril Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa. Yeah, you're a traveled man, Obuya. Well, yeah, it's actually Ramaphosa.
Yes.
Ramaphosa, at one time in 2007, was kicked out of Kenya by PNU loyalists who did not want him to be a mediator in the political crisis we had because he was Raila Amolo Odinga's friend. Now he's poised to be the South African president. What's your take on that, Mheshimiwa?
Well, my brother Maurice, Baggy, a.k.a. Baggy.
Yeah.
Good evening, viewers, and our people of NASA, the nation at large. It's a testimony that whenever God and whatever God has planned for you, your destiny.
Right.
Somebody can delay with your fate, but none can take away your star and your fate from you.
Very well.
And it's true and very regrettable that the Honorable Ramaphosa was whisked out of this country with a serious level of embarrassment because it was perceived he was a Raila ally.
Doing this job is not for the faint-hearted. It takes dedication, courage, and strength. We endure all kinds of challenges.
Hiyo ndio sababu mimi natoa shukrani kwenu kabisa kama wananchi.
To bring you the most credible news. We thank all our viewers for their commitment. NASA TV is a people-driven channel, meaning our content direction and style comes directly from our viewers. We would like to appeal for your help to NASA TV to boost and improve our standards. You can contribute directly to NASA TV by donating to Airtel payment number 555 and when we get to that, 155. Support NASA TV. NASA TV, mambo yabadilika. Doing this job is not for the faint-hearted.
Okay. Alafuambia Maurice,
it takes dedication, courage, and strength.
This is the live one. Standing by.
We endure all kinds of challenges.
Hiyo ndio sababu mimi natoa shukrani kwenu kabisa kama wananchi.
To bring you the most credible news. We thank all our viewers for their commitment. NASA TV is a people-driven channel, meaning our content direction and style comes directly from our viewers. We would like to appeal for your help to NASA TV to boost and improve our standards. You can contribute directly to NASA TV by donating to Airtel paybill number 555155. Support NASA TV. NASA TV, mambo yabadilika. Doing this job is not for the faint-hearted. It takes dedication, courage, and strength. We endure all kinds of challenges.
Hiyo ndio sababu mimi natoa shukrani kwenu kabisa kama wananchi.
To bring you the most credible news. We thank all our viewers for their commitment. NASA TV is a people-driven channel, meaning our content direction and style comes directly from our viewers. We would like to appeal for your help to NASA TV to boost and improve our standards. You can contribute directly to NASA TV by donating to Airtel paybill number 555155. Support NASA TV. NASA TV, mambo yabadilika.
Very well, we do apologize for that technical hitch on our transmitters, but well, I hope someone is not getting mischievous. We are experiencing technical hitches in our transmitters, and that's why we had to interrupt broadcast. We truly are sorry for that, and thank you for joining us and continuing to be with us. I'm in studio with Mheshimiwa Ken Obuya, who's a member of County Assembly representative for Imara, Daima ward, and a member of the Speaker's Panel and House Business Committee. Before that interruption, we were talking about Cyril Ramaphosa.
Yes.
And the fact that now he's the president of ANC and is poised to be the president of South Africa. Remember in 2007, some politicians of PNU actually made sure that he was not part of the mediating team simply because he was perceived to be Raila Odinga's friend. What's your take on that, Mheshimiwa?
My brother Maurice, to be honest with you,
right,
my own experience,
right,
is that no politician, no leader who under perception that they are in power should write off or undermine any leader, regional leader or any other international leader.
Right.
From my experience, and I would, without fear of contradiction, I would tell the viewers that Honorable Martha Karua,
Right.
whose fanatical stand during the PNU ODM 2007-2008 fiasco
Right.
made Ramaphosa to leave the country regrettably with a lot of embarrassment.
Right.
It's a big embarrassment to her today, seeing that the people that purportedly she fanatically supported
Right.
actually made her out of politics very painfully in the 2017 gubernatorial elections in Kirinyaga.
Right.
And Ramaphosa, whom actually she made sure that left the country hurriedly with dishonorably, is poised to be the next South African president. So it's good to learn as a people, as politicians, as leaders, that we are supposed to have some level of tolerance.
Very important.
As much as people could be having different and divergent political opinions
Yes.
on our governance, we need to have and administer some level of endurance and intolerance to each other.
Well, Obuya, you know, you're touching on, you could be crossing a red line. Somebody has been asked to pay her some millions.
Yes.
I hope you'll not be asked to do the same.
well, I hope, and actually, it's not going to be the first time. I will not be the last person. But if saying the truth would force me to meet the consequence, so be it.
Very well. Let me just go through some of the comments here. Frida Rita Aende, watching from county number 43. Watching from +966, Pamoja Wazito, Mamaki Abdul Malik, Asante. Luembe Mwafungo, can't wait to see Baba sworn in Rao, my only hope. Tina, Boynet and Koome. I'm quoting Tina. Boymet and Koome now want to eliminate NRM General Miguna. Reports reaching my desk is that the plans are in top gear and they should be executed by 28th of December. Resist. Very well, just wrapping up that discussion about Ramaphosa, perhaps you can have a glimpse of whom we are talking about. His image is going to be running on your screen. Some people saying that he looks like a man from KCSE.
Well,
what you see on the
he actually looks like us.
Yeah.
People from the Nyamira, Kisii, Nyanza, South Nyanza region.
From the South Nyanza region.
Yes. Yeah.
Could we just have the images of Ramaphosa playing on our screen so that people perhaps could just familiarize themselves, and then we go to the next agenda. Irene Grell, you're also saying, watching live from Tanzania prison with, no, I can't read that. Irene, stop speculating. I don't know which Kenyan leader is in a Tanzanian prison. And I'm not mentioning names. Moses Onguko, Zusha NASA General. Somebody here is saying that this is exactly what happened before Jacob Juma died. So Miguna is right to make noise and let the whole world know that there's an assassination plot against him. Well, it seems that we're having technical challenges getting the images of Ramaphosa. Okay, very well. Parliamentary committees. Members of parliament, including one Charles Alfred Keter, Alex Koskei, and others perceived to be allies of Gideon Moi, kicked out of parliamentary committees. What do you make of it, Mheshimiwa? The chickens coming home to roost?
That's politics, and Gideon Moi should actually learn of his actual place.
Right.
He's not any special than other victims, like
right.
my very able former governor of Nairobi, my friend, Dr. Kidero.
Yeah.
He's not better than Governor Kabogo. He's not better than Governor Kinuthia.
Right.
He's not better than Peter Kenneth. The biggest crime that these people ever or happened or were perceived to have done, that they were too good and they were potential presidential candidates in 2022. And Gideon Moi should have thought, through the coin and see that actually who is holding the remote behind the curtain towards 2022.
So is it a criminal thing to have ambitions of 2022?
It's not criminal, but it's politics.
Right.
It's purely politics and about interest. And it seems somebody in this country has got serious ambitions to become...
But Obuya, why would you punish a member of parliament? Let's say you're an MCA now.
Yes.
Why would somebody flush you out of a committee? Because you're perceived to be... I thought both Gideon Moi and William Ruto supported the same person for the presidency.
They supported the same person, yes, and that was none other than Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, Muigai Kenyatta.
Right.
And are they supporting the same person in 2022?
Wow.
Yeah. So that is the question, and that takes me, for him, this person is by all standards, it's to everybody's attention that this person wants to be president in 2022. And to clip Gideon Moi's wings,
yes,
people that associate with him must also suffer the same consequences. Their powers must be reduced as now. Their influence must be clipped down as at now.
Wow. Well, very unfortunate developments, but well, if this is the case, I don't know how long then Jubilee will survive as an outfit.
I don't think Jubilee was ever intended to survive beyond President Uhuru's re-election. If you read well their pattern of existence from 2013 to 2007,
right,
when KANU was an ally of PNU,
right,
at some point KANU died. Then they generated a TNA,
right,
which was actually used to garner the office of the presidency in 2013. After that, TNA also died. Then they built Jubilee. And
so it is also perhaps meant to die.
It was meant to get President Uhuru back to State House. So in 2022, I don't think even President Uhuru needs Jubilee.
Well, that remains to be seen. I'm told that the images are ready. Well, take a look. This is actually how Cyril Ramaphosa looks like. I'm tuned in from Imara Daima ward. Honorable Obuya doing a great job in Imara Daima. Live and let live. Well, there you go. That is Cyril Ramaphosa on your screens, poised to be the next president of South Africa. He was kicked out of this country dishonorably in 2007 for being a perceived friend of Raila Odinga. Something that is happening now, that perceived friends of Gideon Moi have to suffer some consequences. I mean, really sectarian politics. I mean, my political persuasion should not go beyond particular boundaries. But anyway, that's the politics of the day that we have. Somebody writing here that this man looks like he comes from South Mugirango. Really? Oh, there you go. We wish him all the best. I mean, he's been an astute supporter of change and democracy. And I think at this point in time, we need people in Africa who are interested in democracy and interested in the well-being of their people. This surge of dictatorship has to be tamed. For sure.
Well, I pray that Ramaphosa and his most expected regime would actually be the opposite of what we perceive of the West.
Right.
The business-minded regime.
Exactly. Stability-minded regime.
Yes. And I pray that one Ramaphosa will also actually help in the democratization of processes within the South African
and the region at large.
And the region at large.
Very well. KCSE. Now, the results are out. There is hue and cry. I mean, some people have done well. His Excellency Raila Odinga has issued a statement congratulating those who have done well, but he has also thrown a word of caution, saying that this mass failure has to be investigated. This is the second time. There's a tweet by Professor Ole Kiapi. If I could have it on the screen. Professor Ole Kiapi is a renowned academician, and he has his concerns as well. Just take a look at the tweet by Professor Ole Kiapi. Dr. Boni Halwale has his concerns as well. And I mean, we have got to come to terms with what is going on. You cannot excuse mass failure on mass failure. And there you go. That is what Ole Kiapi had to say about the results. And I mean, he has his concerns that over 600,000 students did KCSE in 2017, and those getting C+ and above are reported to be about 70,000. This is just the only number that has qualified for university. Obuya, what happens to the 500,000?
It's very unfortunate and very regrettable that Minister or Cabinet Secretary for Education,
right,
Honorable Matiang'i,
right,
I don't know who is acting for. You don't need record science to actually understand and know that candidates that did KCSE
right,
and KCP in 2017, these are people who have been in class long before Uhuru Kenyatta and his government came into existence.
True.
There could have been, which is true, we also agree as a country, there have been cheating
right,
in exams. But you cannot tell me that I need rocket science to know that somebody is sitting somewhere manipulating by choice results of the Kenyan children and the future of the Kenyan people. You cannot tell me, Baggy, that out of 600,000 students, over 400,000 are all stupid.
Yeah, so what is it? Is it the students that are not competent? Is it the teachers that are not competent? Is the curriculum weight too much for the students? What is it? Tunazawa watoto wajinga, maybe, I don't know.
844 has been there for the last 30 years.
Yes, I'm a product of 844.
I'm also a product of 844.
Right.
And I want to tell you, you can't tell me that children that were born between 12, 13, 17 years ago, who are sitting for KCP and KCSE, that all of a sudden Kenyan pupils and students decided theirs to be stupid. I disagree, and I stand to be guided. But I'm telling you, my brother, something is amiss. Somebody has decided to actually kill the future of our public universities, of our private universities, and somebody is trying to run away from the unemployment situation we have as a country.
Well, let's have a look at a tweet by Dr. Boni Halwale, former Senator Kakamega. Everybody is raising concerns. And there's this attitude, unfortunately, there you have it. Unfortunately, by the CS education of not listening. You cannot be a lone ranger in matters education. You know, it has such a wide range of stakeholders, from curriculum, developers, evaluation. There you go. I understand the curve of the normal distribution curve very well. Fred Matiang'i, this is no such curve. It's simply mass failure of our children. Stop your populism and tell us exactly what has gone wrong with the grading system since you became cabinet secretary. You know, Obuya, I am an educationist. I studied education, so I can speak with authority. The changes that are happening in this sector, they are too rapid. What was the rush to mark these exams in record time?
That's the question, because, well, even it's good. Speed is good, but overspeeding is wrong.
Oh, yes.
and actually they oversped to release exams. We also accept that digitalization of marking system is a necessity.
Right.
But it has to be guided. And I don't think we really were so anxious to get results before Christmas.
It was not a Christmas gift
It was
parents
not a
were
Christmas
looking for.
gift
Yeah.
that we were looking for. Yes, it's good as parents. I am a parent, and one of my daughters just did a KCP. She's joining Form 1.
Where? Is she one of their students?
Yes, and she's joining one of the greatest national schools we have in the country. And it's good to plan as you go for Christmas. But I don't think that should make the government and the ministry to subject students and pupils
to failure. To meet some unnecessary targets.
To meet unnecessary targets.
Wow. Dan Haya. Well, come on. This Tanzanian thing has to go on. Noah Lumbasi is saying CS Matiang'i is doing a great job. Well, it's your opinion. Richard Nyakwarosuri, Tupe Mwelekeo, watching from Mlolongo, Machakos County. Very well, His Excellency Raila Odinga has called for a task force to be put together to just understand what is happening to the education sector. It's very unfortunate if we can put our children in school for all this period and end up with all this failure. And again, if they cannot be admitted to university because of bad grades, where else can they be admitted?
My brother.
Sasa, wewe mheshimiwa kwanza ndio utakuwa na shida. Every day itakuwa ni itakuwaje?
I want to tell you, naomba kukueleza.
Naam.
Ndugu yangu, kwa kweli haiwezekani serikali ya Uhuru Kenyatta na Mheshimiwa Matiang'i, Waziri Matiang'i, wanaweza kuwa wanaangusha watoto wetu kwa maneno ya mtihani, sababu wanataka kupokea results fulani kwa maneno ya kisiasa. Hatuwezi kama ikubali sisi kama viongozi, kama wazazi, kukubali. Ni kweli ya kuwa hakuna ajira, lakini ni jukumu la serikali kupeana vijana miradi mbalimbali
na nafasi za kazi. Hiyo ni kazi yao. Wakishindwa waache.
Ni jukumu lao pia kufungua shule tofauti na vyuo mbalimbali.
Naam.
Kwa wale vijana ambaye hawezi pata admission kwa vyuo vikuu, ni wapi wataelekezwa?
Very well, there's an online war going on here. Jerono Chebo Kipsach Ingor. Matiang'i can go to hell. We do not need computer-generated pupils. Well, Jerono, you can try moderate your language. Diana Haya. Why is Tuju's name always featuring in relation to Tanzania? Well, I don't know as well. This thing is not going away, Obuya. I did want to get into it. But every 3-2 comments, it's popping up. I don't know. I hear Tanzania, I hear words jail. I don't know. People are asking where is Tuju. Well, I don't know. I usually don't follow what he does, but
maybe it's high time the foreign affairs authorities of this republic should come out with it's a speculation that has gone viral over social media.
That what has happened?
That what has happened.
No, you, Mheshimiwa, you are the people who know things. Me, I don't know.
It is also the responsibility. I am not the spokesperson for the government, and I'm not the spokesperson for Honorable Tuju's family.
Right.
So it is important that actually it is a matter of public concern.
Right.
It is now actually going up to a national interest. So it's the responsibility of the Ambassador Amina. And our team to actually cool waters and tell the people that whatever speculation is going on social media, Honorable Raphael Tuju is well and safe, is not in jail. Otherwise, when too much of a statement is, as speculated for a long time, it remains the truth.
Wow.
It's perceived to be the truth.
Very well. I hear you, Mheshimiwa. So probably CS Amina, I think the honors are on you to let the country know Where exactly is Tuju? In what condition? Is he a free man? Is he in Kenya? Is he in jail? Is he in Tanzania to begin with? Yeah. Because, I mean, we want to be good neighbors in the East African Federation. It's important that we put this matter to rest. Very well, I hope no more comments about that. Raila Amolo Odinga, while speaking at the burial of Honorable Francis Nyenze, the Kitui West Member of Parliament, the day before yesterday, did answer Attorney General Gideon Moi in very specific terms that he is going to be sworn in. Gideon Moi had indicated that being sworn in is treason, and it's actually a death wish. According to Gideon Moi, being sworn in or committing treason is punishable by death. Let's just have that clip of His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, and then we get your reactions on that.
Tulisema sisi tulishinda na sisi tutaapishwa. Tuliambiwa atio treason. Ati hiyo ni kifo. Nataka kujibu Gideon Moi hapa na bosi yake. Ikiwa kama kifo ndio lazima tufanyike ili tusisiwe na wizi wa kura tena, tutaapishwa na tukufe. We are ready to pay that price. Wafanye yale ambayo wanataka kufanya.
Very well, that is NASA coalition leader, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. Before we get into that, just quick comments here. Gerono apologizing, saying, okay, sorry, but I didn't quite mean it. Khalid Idi, this is the second time we've seen mass failures thanks to the overzealous grading under Matiang'i. He's using the future of Kenyan students to boost his political profile. Unfortunately, we have politicians that are specialized in keeping quiet in such matters. Thank you. Gentrix Wafula, Matiang'i Hari has no blessings. I'm watching from Saudi Arabia. Thank you. Very well. Raila Amolo Odinga. Kama kifo ndio itafanya tuwe na haki, basi nitaapishwa alafu tukufe.
Bagi, I want to address two people.
Right.
I want to address my party leader, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga.
Right.
I also want to respond to Gideon Moi.
Okay, that's your camera, Mheshimiwa.
Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, you've done so much for this country. You've been in jail. You've been tortured. You've been laughed at. You've been stoned. You've been tear-gassed. You've lost so much, including loving family members. What else is left for you? Liberate the country. And if it is going to jail, is the penalty. Once more, Tata, go to jail. Go to jail and liberate this country. You shouldn't fear. We are behind you. Our supporters are behind you. After all, you will be the last person, not the first person to be in jail for his people. Please do it for us. And responding to Attorney General Gideon Moi, you do not have any jail that you can put Raila Amolo Odinga. You don't have. You don't have enough military barracks and enough military personnel to imprison Raila Amolo Odinga. Jailing, yes, it's within the law. And how does fighting for the rights of over 17 million Kenyans who are registered voters, who are supporters of Raila Amolo Odinga, how does speaking for them amounts to treason? It is high time. We all know what happened. The old world knows. Yes, we don't fear. But it is high time President Uhuru Kenyatta should take a phone call and submit like the way President Kibaki did and call Honorable Raila Odinga. They sit. Because in the long run, we know you are all brothers. But we cannot sit and watch and intimidate people and tell us you will hang Raila Odinga. Hang Raila Odinga and meet the consequences of the people.
Wow, but Obuya, okay, Jerono Chebo, you're saying I love this brother right there. I will say the same to President Raila Amolo Odinga too. But when you say they're brothers, is it brotherly language to say you will hang your brother? I mean, it's not brotherly language. When Raila Odinga came from the US, I mean, that wasn't brotherly treatment. And you almost died that day.
That day, specific day, happened, my constituency and ward is part of JKI.
Right.
After a very long stretch of Mombasa Road.
Yes.
I experienced police brutality firsthand. I don't want to say that it is the police that shot at me. But it is the police that were shooting at people. Tear gas and live bullets. And my car was hit, and my car to date has 3 bullets. And I missed death by a whisker. It wasn't for God's grace. It would be a pending by-election in my area. But I thank God because He is more superior than Gideon Moi and co-mayors of this world and the IG.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Akombe Maraga. What a name. Are you sure that's your name? Akombe Maraga. He goes to jail. We all follow him. Jeff Salim, thanks to NASA TV, we will support. Amode Amosam, Matiang'i has messed up primary schools, secondary schools, university. Maybe next it will be our Sunday schools. Hata Tiagas amemaliza kwa store. Raila does not need any phone call from Kamwana. He won the election single-handedly. Wow. Very well. Mheshimiwa, let's get into another touchy issue. Kiambu County passed a law that non-locals will not get employed in that county or get business in terms of contract, etc. You are a member of a county assembly and a strong supporter of devolution. Is this what was envisioned in devolution?
No, Baggy. I feel a lot of pain when I remember the statement that His Excellency Governor Ferdinand Waititu made before actually a submission of this motion was done to before the assembly of County of Kiambu.
Right.
He had reiterated that it is high time that non-residents, non-natives should actually leave Kiambu and leave the rest, the bigger jobs to the residents of Kiambu. Honorable Waititu, at one point, I was one of his youth leaders. I represented Mukuru, the greater Mukuru, when he was MP for the greater Embakasi. And I happen to have been, working closely with him. He's a personal friend of mine. But I want to tell him that it's high time he must start learning from governors across the political divide, like Governor Sonko of Nairobi, who has decided to co-opt, across the political divide. He's working with the Kenyans, not the members of the Jubilee. Governor Sonko has opened, and his deputy, they have opened, arms to actually accommodate every Kenyan and every resident, every elected leader of this country.
Let me just cut you short. When you say non-Kiambu natives, I mean, what do you mean? It has very serious tribal connotations, unfortunately.
It is.
If you're talking about Kiambu natives, it has just to be one people.
My friend, I want to tell you, it is to everybody's knowledge that Kiambu, like about a very small percentage is cosmopolitan. It's only about 30% of Kiambu County, which is cosmopolitan. That is Thika, Juja, which is the industrial part of it.
Right.
and the institutions that we have in Kiambu. The same happens in Kisumu, the same happens to Eldoret, Uasin Gishu, the same happens to Kakamega County, the same happens with Mombasa. How about if Governor Joe starts, there are so many residents of Nairobi, natives of Nairobi, natives of Nyanza, natives of Kiambu, who are actually working in Mombasa. True, and actually Nairobi County happens to be hosting the biggest number of Kiambu natives, right. Kiambu County natives.
Right.
So if we want to actually pull to the same direction that the Kiambu County Assembly wants to take the nation to, that we want natives of Nairobi to actually, because we have residents who are permanent residents of Kiambu, from the hawkers. Majority of hawkers of Nairobi live and reside in Kiambu. They communicate daily back to Kiambu. They pay their rent to Kiambu people. Right. They pay their rates to Kiambu government.
And they are living in Nairobi.
And they make business and money in Nairobi. So it is high time I want to condemn that kind of act, and I want to advise my fellow honorable members of Kiambu government, Kiambu County Assembly, to actually revisit and revise that kind of motion.
Obuya, if we just have to be wrapping up. The president is a native. I don't know that to say the former, because it's not the issue of the presidency is not clear.
Yes.
Because Raila Odinga has not been sworn in.
He's my president.
Exactly. There you go. And I know that. I know that. Now, Uhuru is a native of Kiambu. Given that the assembly where his native home is passed this motion, and Waititu is one of his right-hand men, and on one hand he says he wants to unite Kenya, what does that tell you? Is this just pep talk? Is there any intention?
To be honest, most of laws that we pass as county assemblies normally go through some levels and stages of procedures. It has to. It is pending, also debates within at the Senate, also at the National Assembly,
right,
for it to be actually adopted, and it beats the logic why the president has not actually said anything about this, being a native of Kiambu.
Right.
Yeah. So I advise, because what is there to be done in Kiambu? Apart from the military barracks that we have in Kiambu, that is the 12 engineers and Kahawa Transport Battalion. Mm-hmm. Do they say that non-natives who work at the barracks should actually be posted to other barracks? And the public university, national universities that we have in Kiambu.
KU is there.
That is KU, the JKUAT.
JKUAT is there.
Yes, and we have campuses of KEMU and other universities. Do they want natives? And do they have enough scholars to actually fit in? And should we also take away our students?
Wow.
Who are actually, admitted in these universities? So it doesn't add up. Apart from the flower farms that they have, apart from the milk processing plant and the fish processing plant and the meat plant that they have, which other? So I tell him, and I want them to actually think about it again and see that it is high time that we really need to build this nation, and situations that would make other counties fail otherwise must be stopped.
Very well. We are wrapping up. We're just going to be wrapping up with that tweet by Miguna. Mheshimiwa, your reaction to that tweet, perhaps you could have it back on the screen again, that there is a plot to assassinate him. He has expressly mentioned Koome and Boynet. And he's even put up a date there, 28th of December. What is this supposed to mean? I mean, he was detained the other day in Kilifi. Who could be after Miguna's life and why?
Brother Maurice, by all standards, Miguna is a nationalist.
Right.
He's proven many people, including me, wrong.
Yes.
That for sure Miguna stands for the rights of the oppressed. And being that Honorable Miguna is, he appears to have some level of arrogance, but I would look at his strengths, not his weaknesses. Right. His strengths surpasses his weaknesses, and his strength shows that and indicates that he is a representative of the voiceless. And coincidences are just too many with the assassination attempts and allegations. We had Chris Musando claiming that his life was in danger. The rest is history, and it's to everybody's knowledge that he's no more. He's 6 feet under. Jacob Juma also made such kind of allegations and tweets that specific people wanted to take him out. And the rest is history. We all know that he's 6 feet under. And so many other people that actually have made such kind of claims that their life is in danger. What I want to tell my brother Miguna is, a luta continua. The life only, it belongs to you and God. Yeah. And I want to tell you that if your time is not ready, they will not get you. Continue fighting for the oppressed. And I want to tell my brother Kome and our very able IG, do something about it, because history will judge you harshly. You will not hold that office forever. One day, you'll be out of that office. One day, somebody else, another regime will come. It may not be me, Bagi, or Raila, or you, but it will be somebody else. And your children, your grandchildren will be there. They will ask very hard questions about what happened to somebody's grandfather, somebody's father.
Wow, very well. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Obuya Kennedy. Is the MCA for Imara, Daima, Nairobi County. He's also a member, I like this card, of the Speaker's Panel, House Business Committee, ICT and Transport Committee. Yeah. Obuya, you must be a very busy man. Thank you very much for joining us.
I'm humbled, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching Opinion 2017. I thank you sincerely for your contributions. Let's keep these conversations going, because this is what is going to send us on the road to liberation that we so desire. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.